of national cohesion and prosperity cannot be secured by political or economic power alone. They flow from fidelity to the Constitution, respect for diversity, and inclusion in governance. Our Constitution envisages a Kenya where all communities, regardless of their size, and all citizens, regardless of their station in life, would have an equal claim to dignity, opportunity, and justice. Going forward, I hope this discussion we are having today can take part in all our counties, in all our constituency, in all our wards, in all our families, so that Kenyans can embrace constitutionalism, they can internalize the Constitution, they can own and they can claim the rights that are enshrined in the Constitution. Because when we uphold the Constitution, we nurture cohesion, and in turn, cohesion turns and becomes the fertile soil upon which peace and prosperity of our nation will grow. It is important to use this Katiba Day commemoration to reaffirm the fact that the heart and soul of our constitutional democracy are strong, independent, and accountable institutions. These institutions are designed not to operate in isolation, not to serve themselves, but to serve fleeting interests, but not also to serve fleeting interests, but to serve the people of Kenya. Every decision we make, be it in the judiciary, in the executive, or in the legislature, the question we must ask is how it impacts on Kenyans and how it promotes the spirit of the Constitution. The judiciary, in particular, occupies a unique place in this framework. It is the guardian of the Constitution, the arbiter of disputes, and the protector of our rights. The judiciary that is weak, a judiciary that is captured, a judiciary that is beholden to any authority cannot fulfill this mandate. One article of the Constitution that I celebrate every day is Article 160 that proclaims this independence and directs that judiciary or judicial decisions cannot be influenced by anybody or any authority. Therefore, an independent and well-resourced judiciary is not a privilege of judges. It is a right of every Kenyan and a safeguard for our democracy. Judicial accountability has been critical to consolidating public trust, because independence goes hand in hand with accountability. And to enhance public trust and confidence in the judiciary, we, in January, established the court integrity committees in every court stations, bringing together stakeholders to identify and address corruption and unethical conduct. At a sectoral level, the judiciary, working with other agencies in the justice sector, through the National Council on the Administration of Justice, spearheaded the Anti-Corruption Strategic Guiding Framework for the justice sector, which was launched, Your Excellency, in March 2025, and it promotes a coordinated action in tackling corruption across institutions in the justice sector. On the other hand, the Judicial Service Commission has, since the promulgation of the Constitution, diligently carried out their constitutional mandate of ensuring accountability within the judiciary by receiving and investigating complaints against judges and judicial officers. To date, the Commission has processed a total of 946 petitions against judges, reflecting the seriousness with which it treats public grievances and the commitment to upholding integrity in the administration of justice. 4 judges have been removed from office over this period. At present, only 95 complaints remain pending, most of which are at various stages of inquiry, demonstrating both the efficiency and transparency of the Commission's processes. In addition, 210 judicial staff have been dismissed from service after due process as established misconduct on their part, which is also a clear signal that ethical lapses within the institution will not be tolerated. These figures illustrate not only the robustness of internal accountability mechanisms, but also determination of the Judicial Service Commission to maintain the highest standards of professionalism and public trust. Your Excellency, distinguished participants, democracy thrives when institutions play their constitutional roles faithfully. The executive and legislature embody the majoritarian principle, reflecting the will of the majority. The judiciary embodies the counter-majoritarian principle, ensuring that constitutional limits are respected and that rights of every individual, including the rights of the minority, are protected. I must emphasize this balance is delicate but essential for accountability and proper governance. If the judiciary were to come under the control of any authority, or if its independence is compromised, the safeguard against abuse of power would collapse. That is why the judiciary's independence is not negotiable. It is the very backbone of our constitutional democracy. The drafters of our constitution envisaged a government of separate but independent institutions. The executive, the legislature, judiciary, county government, independent offices, and commissions are all designed to check and counterbalance each other while working in harmony for the common good of our people. Mutual respect and constructive cooperation among institutions is absolutely critical. It is a constitutional requirement. When an institution remains faithful to its execution of the responsibilities and accords respect to other institutions, our democracy is strengthened, not weakened. Since the promulgation of the 2010 Constitution, the judiciary has undergone profound transformation through reforms in access to justice, the establishment of specialized courts, adoption of technology, and development of robust jurisprudence. The judiciary has sought to live up to its constitutional calling. The jurisprudence of our superior courts has clarified the scope of constitutional rights, reinforced the independence of institutions, protected devolution, strengthened electoral justice, and affirmed the supremacy of the Constitution over all persons and authorities. Currently, under the judiciary's blueprint, social transformation through access to justice, we are keen to ensure that justice is accessible to all Kenyans across the country. Indeed, these strides have not been without challenges, but they reflect the judiciary's striving to embody the spirit of Katiba. In conclusion, as we commemorate Katiba Day, let us remember that the Constitution is not self-executing. It is a promise, and this promise needs to be nurtured. It is a promise that can only be realized when leaders and institutions alike embrace it as our collective covenant. Today, as we stand together, we affirm before the people of Kenya that we remain bound together by our Constitution. Let this unity not be symbolic gathering, but a commitment to constitutionalism, justice, accountability, and service to our people. Your Excellency, distinguished leaders, may this Katiba Day inspire us to recommit ourselves to the transformative vision of the Constitution and to work faithfully with our people on the journey towards justice, peace, and prosperity. Asanteni sana. May God bless you. May God bless Kenya.